and good night. This is Live with Mama Coco. Yes. Aren't we fortunate tonight? We are having Live with Mama Coco. Yes, we have some little setbacks. We have setback with timing. You understand me? We have setback with connections. And but we are here. We are here with two beautiful young people from Tobago and my hometown. And I am excited to present them to you tonight, to present to the world, and to let people know that most of the time we see people, but seeing people is not knowing someone. Seeing people and checking their motivational skills, that doesn't mean that you know them. Sometimes you have to get to know them in order to know their drive and know their spontaneity and know how they move and why they move and how they achieve after all these years. Sometimes, and this is the show that you have to tune into in order to get to know your people, get to know your sisters in church, get to know your brothers in church, get to know your vendors, get to know people on Facebook who are doing such great stuff on Facebook, get to know your schoolmates. You know, this is the show. And first, I want to apologize for not being here for the whole of this month. And what I have to say tonight is that God is able. What I have to say is that sometimes you get a lot of setback and pushback, and you don't have to stay all your life questioning why and how it came to happen. Sometimes things happen in order for other things to move forward. Sometimes you get a stumbling block, and the stumbling block is not a block to block you out for life, but to block you out so that you can sensitize, sanitize, so that you can come to grips with time, with yourself. And I appreciate all the times in my life, because when I think about the times in my life, I receive a lot of growth, I receive a lot of blessing, I receive a lot of strength, I receive the quality knowledge that I need to move forward, and the knowledge I need to keep me forceful. Yes, when I say forceful, forceful in the sense of not being a weakling. I have to stand up and fight back. I have to stand up for people, stand up for others. Standing up for myself can put some people in place and in order, because you are standing up for yourself and you are standing up for the right things. So some people who are doing things and they think it is right, when they see you or they see me, because as the Bible says, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who art in heaven. Tonight, hallowed be your name and your kingdom come. Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Dear God, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive all those who trespass against us. Father God, as I call upon you this hour, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil, for thine is your kingdom, the power and the glory forever and ever. Tonight, I have two beautiful women here with me. Well, three. One is my co-host. We all know her, Stephanie Thomas, Stephanie Roberts, Stephanie Thomas, being Stephanie Edwards from Tobago, and now she's Roberts.
Thomas.
Oh, no, she's Thomas. I'm getting mixed up. I kind of forget who Stephanie really is now. Catch yourself, Cora. Here we have Stephanie Edwards Thomas. She's a nurse there in England for all these years, and I bring her back many times as my co-host. Sorry if I am shouting, I'm going to take it down. But let me introduce to you tonight Stephanie Thomas.
Thank you.
Known
Mama Coco.
Known to many people of what village in Tobago?
Patience Hill.
Patience Hill as Stephanie Edwards. Yes. You were born there in Tobago, grew up for a little while in Louisdor, Tobago, and you went to Delaford RC School.
Oh, Patience Hill RC.
Oh, Patience Hill RC. So you leave before you go to school?
Yes,
you
I
leave
was
that,
on
you
the
leave.
side,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, so you used to go to church in Delaford?
Yes.
Yes. Catholic, yeah?
Yes.
And are you still Catholic?
No, I'm Pentecostal.
Or you are Pentecostal, so you are born again?
Yes.
Welcome to the show. We have our sister. We can't get to keep her. I don't know if she's around. Her name is Kaean. Kaean, what's her surname?
She keep going in and out.
Kaean Trim. And for some reason, we're not getting to keep Kaean Trim on the show. She has some. Oh, she's here. So welcome, Kaean Trim, and welcome, Alicia Edwards. Yes. So we have Alicia Edwards now. Kaean Trim is still not here yet. So welcome, Alicia Edwards. Hey, Alicia Edwards, welcome to Live with Mama Coco. Tonight is about to be a presentation of this popular woman in Tobago that people hardly know of because she's not the everyday walkabout, but Alicia, tell us about, welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style. Say good night to everybody. Say good night to the audience. It's a widespread audience all over the world. People looking at you. A lot of people seeing your name on Facebook. But no. Alicia, tell us about yourself. Tell us about yourself and where you are from. We are late, so we're pushing the show. Alicia, the question is here also. So if you're not hearing me, you could read and answer.
Yes. Yes. So good night, everybody, and thank you for having me on your show.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
So tell us about yourself and where are you from?
On the show. My name is Alicia, and I am literally planted under a long mango tree in Kings Bay. Yes.
Kings Bay, Dalaford.
And thank you, Mama Coco, for having me on the show. My name is Alicia. People who know me will.
My God, this connection
and I'm the eldest
tonight.
of 6 children to Jonah and Franklin Edwards. Yes, my navel string is on a tree in Kings Bay, Dalaford. I grew up between Kings Bay and the Rosenwalls estate, where my grandmother worked as a cook for the Rosenwalls for most of her adult life. So I'm a proud Dallas girl. I caught fish on Kings Bay Beach. I bathed at Nisgai River. I went to the waterfall. I toted water from Bridge Gully. And even though I don't live there anymore, my heart is firmly placed in Dalaford and in the potential of the country.
Awesome. People, are you hearing our sister Alicia Edwards? She was born in Dalaford, Tobago. She was born in Dalaford, Tobago, grew up in Kings Bay by her grandmother who was working at the Rosenwall estate there. You know, the estate from slavery, you know, from plantation days. Yes, her grandmother was a chef. She was a cook. She worked along there with Mr. Kylo Celestine. So people there, Kylo kids know you too, okay? They do? Alicia, you're not hearing me well. Tonight is a show that I really wanted to come over and to come across. Yes.
Yes.
So Alicia grew up with Mr. grew up by Rosenwall estate there.
Hearing you in and out, yes. So
in
I
and
grew
out.
up in Dalaford, but I went to...
Go ahead, love.
Right. So...
What is causing this in Tobago? My God, I want to hear my people. This show is long overdue. You know how many weeks this show was postponed?
I grew up in Dalaford, but I went to school in Scarborough. My mom is Joan. I went to Scarborough, and then I went to Bishop High School. So I'm still living in Tobago. I went away and studied and qualified myself, and I opted to return to Tobago. and I'm here right now, and I'm really just happy to be in Tobago at this point in time.
I hope the audience hearing you well. Let me put a question of audience. Are you hearing Alicia Edwards well? Anyone is answering? May I see answers that coming from the audience, please? Oh, Alicia, she has a very nice story. Okay, I'm hearing to hold on. Jessica Jones is saying, blessed night. Mama Coco, management and guests, and everyone on live. Are you guys hearing what we are saying here on the show tonight? That's what I want to know. I hate to have to abort this show. I know Alicia is ready for this show. I could see that. Gorgeously ready. Yes, and mentally prepared. Yeah. And Stephanie, I know you getting
ready.
yes, you are ready. You are ready. Alicia, continue if you can. Because she has already told us that she is from Delaford, but she went to school in Scarborough, the Catholic RC school, the Roman Catholic school there in Scarborough. When she graduated from Bishop's.
I know her mom and I know her dad.
You see?
Well.
Stephanie, she knows your mom and she knows your dad.
Quite well.
Quite well.
Continue, Alicia.
Can't believe I have my darling here and I can't even hear her tonight. What is going on?
Okay, so I live in Tobago. I came back to Tobago, I think it was in 2000. Yeah, so right, so I came back to Tobago, University of the West Indies. I started off life as a school teacher, and even though I no longer teach full time, I don't lecture or do anything like that, my heart is firmly placed in education, and education in a different form. So at this point in time, one of the things I really enjoy is and mental health and all the other things. And so a lot of the skills and a lot of the things that I've learned during my formal years are things that I'm going to use now going forward.
Yes.
Excellent. We see it all the time in your blog that you have. I look.
No, we ain't there yet. We ain't there yet.
So
because people don't know her blog yet.
Okay.
They don't know about her that way yet. We want to get the show going right, but just that the reception. You understand me? Alicia, are you ready now that we could get this? This is the part of the show. People know where you were born. They know of your grandmother. Your grandmother was a great cook, a great chef, and a great inspiration to your mom and to your family and to many people from Delaford. Many people from
that's Delaford. The thing about it. One of the challenges.
I think we have to go backstage and talk something over. Although the show is running right now, I don't know how we can get backstage to have a conversation, because maybe I think we will have to redo this show. We have to do this show over. Because Alicia, there's another question there for you. Stephanie can read it, seeing that you and her are online, so that you are known for your amazing work
as an
entrepreneur,
motivator, and an advocate for female empowerment. Tell us about your journey to this stage in life. Are you hearing me?
We're not sure. Let's give her a chance now. You have to give her a chance to see if she could, if it's delayed, she will pick it up. Oh, I'm ready for the show. I am ready for this show. And I don't know.
I'm hearing you.
You're hearing me now? Yes.
Yes, you're hearing me?
Yes, right now. Let's go. There's a question here for you.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. So I didn't expect, I expect to be doing any of the things that I'm doing now. I didn't expect to. Right. So I didn't expect, right, any of the things that I'm doing now. I'm an intensely private person, but life kind of throws you in certain places, and sometimes you get convictions and the things that you have to do. One of the things that has changed me and who I am has been my journey from recovering from a stroke. I got a really serious stroke in my early 30s, and it has changed my life fully.
Say it again. I was a your early 30s.
Intended to fully live and work in finance and banking services and trying to take a different turn with my life. I had to find a stress-free, early morning, apart from, and it was 1 minute I was fine, and the next minute I was paralyzed on one side of prognosis. And traditional therapy gets you to a certain place. That's it. But what has made a difference for me in terms of my recovery has been my willingness to push the boundaries and go beyond. So now I'm an advocate for some of the things that Tobago people don't believe in, an advocate for acupuncture, an advocate for yoga, an advocate for food as medicine, an advocate for mental health and issues that are emotions, because emotions are linked to health. And by proving those things for myself, I have now converted myself to believe things that I didn't believe before. I'm a woman because a lot of the things that happen to me are things that I wished I had somebody along the journey to tell me it was going to be okay. I spent a lot of my earlier life stressing about life and stressing about things and just really wasting time not living, because I was so thinking I was the only one with problems and issues and things going on. And then I got the gift because it's the dictionary of my life. And so it has fought to become public. Times when you tell your story, when you tell your story yourself, it has been difficult for me, but it has been necessary, because Black women,
ladies and gentlemen, we have a very powerful show planned. And because of what's happening right now, you know, a lot of people will be on the live and they may just hear something, but they miss the other part, and they will go about saying what they didn't hear or what they presume they heard or assume, and that is not good enough for Mama Coco Life and Style. I have a professional woman there as my co-host, and I want her professionalism to shine and to keep going without people making judgment call or saying, Stephanie said that, or Stephanie was on a show saying that. I want Alicia Edwards to be here tonight. Hey, you sir, shut your mouth, people. To be able to speak fluently speak without regrets because she's an outspoken person. And the reason why I believe God chose her for this show with me is that she is one of Tobago's most outspoken, but she doesn't speak much. God gave her the platform, hello, but she still doesn't speak much because Tobago can't handle the truth.
True.
And what she has to say tonight, we will have to come back another night. We're going to have her between a Saturday and a Sunday. We will have her to tell you how powerful this woman really is and her stories. Because she's not reading a book and speak to you.
Talking from her heart.
She's speaking from the heart. She's speaking from the changes that came over her, the revolution that took place in her life from age 30. She came down with a stroke, a paralyzing stroke, where she couldn't speak, she couldn't move, and stuff like that. I never knew this. Inviting her onto my show, I never knew this. The things that she about to speak, I never knew of it.
Didn't know about it either.
And she motivates over 10,000 women on her daily blast, her daily posts. She's a motivator for women, and that is what Tobago women need. No matter how young you are, no matter how old you are. If I, Corapantin, could tell you, we need a voice as Alicia or of Alicia Edwards, trust me.
Yep. Indeed.
Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a preacher, whether you're a priest, whether you're a well, don't talk about politics. This woman is ready. So I am going to bring an end to this show because I want you guys to hear her.
Hopefully.
We don't want you to assume what she has to say.
Must be clear.
I want to resume the way of life. I want to exhume, dig up, bring up. I want to show what we are lacking. We want to hear her without interruption. My paws are all over my body, even on the tip of my hair. I could feel the electricity coming through from my body with the energy that we are about to get from this woman. I ain't saying it, and when she do come, nobody, no. Suspense. Her message is in waiting. As I sing this song. Oh, my everlasting portion, more than friend and life to me. Yes, Father God, all along my pilgrim journey, Savior, let me walk with thee. Tonight, close to thee. Here we are, dear God. Close to thee, my God. Close to thee, my Lord. Your daughter Cora saying, close to thee. And all alone, Alicia's pilgrim journey. Savior, let her continue to walk with you, because I'm sure it's because of her walk why I could pick her up on my walk. Tobago, the diaspora, the extensions of the world, wherever you are, and you're a Trinbago woman, a Trinbago man, we need to hear from Alicia Edwards. Stephanie, you have anything to say as my co-host as we end the show now?
It is not really doing justice. The scenario now, we're not hearing Alicia well. We need to hear Alicia's story quite clearly And so we'll pick up from where we will start over. We need to start tabla rasa.
That's
So
right.
that Alicia's story will be told so that she could continue to motivate people at a higher level. Her blog is fine, fantastic, but you need to be able to engage with people in the diaspora and globally. You need to go viral. Okay? So, you know, we're not doing justice tonight because we're not being heard properly. You need to be heard in the UK, in the diaspora, not for such a time as this. It's quite timely that you go to that other level. And you have been touching lives, and you have so many other lives that you can touch by going viral. So we needed to tell your story quite clear and concise without interrupting.
Can you imagine as a nurse dealing with a young teacher with a stroke?
I know. My journey was interrupted by ill health too, so I understand where she's coming from. Lots of people don't know. I could have been in a wheelchair. I could have been paralyzed.
Yeah.
I had surgery on my neck. I have three vertebrae gone.
She's saying something.
So we need to hear you clearly. We're not hearing you very clearly, and we don't want people to misconstrue you. Okay? So I think if it's all right with you, we can come back and start all over. Because we're not hearing you well.
No, we don't hear it. And your story is so impactful. It's so sweet. Well, everybody know once I bring someone on my show, it's not to degrade, but to elevate and to motivate. Because we all,
so I am very
all need. Go ahead, Alicia. We want to hear you now, if we can. Some might just say the devil is a liar. So we know once we keep this show going and she has to talk, we will have a lot of devils around because they will start to tell lies. They will make up stories on what she didn't say.
Internet connections on Tobago have been awful for a long time. And Tobago have been awful for quite a while. A lot of fiber upgrades, but it's really insufficient for the kind of traffic that we have. And it's so sad that coming on a show like this, it shows up some of the challenges that we as Tobagonians continue to have, amenities that other people take for granted. In terms of, there is a whole other Tobago lady who was supposed to be on the show with me, and it's impossible for her even to get a connection. Even for her to get a connection, we're trying Wi-Fi, we're trying TSTT, we're trying the data, and it's not working. And so there's so many things that are well. And I hope that so that we could focus on the bigger picture things. So,
so true.
I guess I'm just going to say, when we come back the next time, we would be able to see that we really need to have.
Yes.
Oh, this lady creating skincare product with the food you eat, skincare product with the things you drink. This is my kind of person because that is what I was doing as a young woman, but I didn't have the platform that she has now. So we have to be here.
We need to hear how we need to hear you, girl.
Her progress with fermenting, how to ferment things and food and drinks and get it to work, you know, as probiotics. We don't know who we have here in Tobago that we're messing with.
See, they're having
even the internet come to mess with we tonight. But I rebuke this in Jesus' name. I rebuke it. But I ain't gonna sit here and fight up with no internet. This is not my call. Yeah, everybody's supposed to know what we're lacking. So when we go voting or when we go paranging, we know what we're going out there for. And I want people to hear from this woman. This woman's story must be told.
Apparently, there is problems with electricity currently. So that could explain some of the problems that are being experienced.
And
So
the
besides
load on the
and the
internet
load
with the
shedding,
teaching of all the children. So we're gonna, Alicia, get ready for me to bring you on a Sunday. So
yeah,
we will talk after this. We will get back. Don't move when the show, when we end it. Stay where you are, Alicia. We will talk in the background.
yeah, we need to
And
stay.
yes,
Don't go,
stay.
stay.
Don't go. Just stay in. You don't leave the show. We're gonna close the show. You stay
Okay.
where you are. Alicia, I love you and I appreciate
Love you
you.
loads.
And I really want people to hear from you. Not because you're my cousin. Leave that out. You ain't grow up knowing me as this first cousin, no second cousin, no third cousin. But I grew up knowing you guys. Your mom was one of my most my most popular customer, and your father, my cousin. Yes, your mom also my cousin, because I'm Delaford people all around. I'm not going to go into my heritage right now. Hello. But I'm Delaford too.
Me
Yes.
too. My neighbor Stringberry there.
Well, Alicia won't bury underneath a mango tree down in Kings Bay.
Yeah.
Yes. So peace, everybody. Good night, and we
Shalom.
would be back another time. Shalom.
Shalom.
Namaste.
Namaste. I see.